I'm Chris Snyder, Athletic Director at Deer Park High School. I have a very exciting announcement to make this morning on tracking the Stags. It's my pleasant task to announce the name change for our Deer Park Invitational Track Meet. We are going to change the name of this meet to the Glenn Wolf Invitational. Here are the reasons that this wonderful decision was made.
To begin our story, we need to go back, way back to 1959. There was only one state track meet, and 89 teams were entered. Glenn Wolf was Deer Park's only competitor in the meet and placed in 3 events.
We didn't really have a track. When I was a freshman, we used Parents Field, the grass, and then when we moved to the new high school, we didn't have a track, and so then we had the fairgrounds, and they had a horse racing track around it, so that was a dirt track, so we used that. And you had to use spikes that long, inch long, and shoes were a little heavier.
Notice the track surface kicked up by the long cleats. What is a school record? It's the best anyone has ever done in that event in the first 100 years of Deer Park High School. Glenn Wolf still holds 3 school records after more than 1/2 century.
My youngest, middle daughter, she comes home and says, "Hey, we need an assistant coach, and I recommended you." So I says, "Holy cow!" I says, "How am I going to do this?" I said, "I don't have time. I'm farming all 24 hours." But I said, "You know what? I'm going to do it." I just said, "You know what? This is kind of an opportunity to be with my kids."
Glenn went on to coach nearly a decade in the 80s. He returned for another stint, the better part of another decade, in the late 90s. Neighbors report that he often worked late into the night to make up for the hours he gave up in order to coach. For these reasons, in all future years, Deer Park will be hosting the Glenn Wolf Invitational Track Meet.
It is great to honor someone who has meant so much to the Stag track teams for so many years. Last week, members of the Deer Park Chamber of Commerce met at DPHS. After lunch, they toured the CTE programs. This is what they saw. They were impressed. Thanks to all the students and staff that made this happen. More Tracking the Stags after this.
Would you go to prom with me?
The prom? You are asking me to prom?
Well, yes.
The prom. I'm going to prom. Do I get a corsage?
I guess I'm supposed to do that.
My dress is misty green,
Okay. Why do I need to know that?
so that the corsage matches it.
Alright. Now the question is, where do I get a corsage?
The Deer Park High School floral department in room H113.
They have corsages?
You place your order, and the floral design students will make one especially for you. I mean, me.
I've seen pictures with guys wearing flowers. Do I get one?
Of course. It's called a boutonniere.
A bouton what?
Boutonniere. It's a French word. And I will order one for you.
The prom should be fun.
Where are we going for dinner?
Dinner?
Let's take a look at the KAYU segment from Stag TV that aired last night.
Play ball. The umpire's familiar call means it is spring and time for baseball and softball. It is time for the Lady Stags to prepare for playoffs in an effort to once again play in the state tournament. The vacancies in skilled positions created by graduation seem to have been filled. The hitting is on rise with several power hitters in the lineup. They're there. The defense is a solid with experienced players in both infield and outfield. Turning to baseball, the scenario is similar. Winning their first playoff game in a decade gave a boost to the desire to do more. Baseball success depends on having pitching. It is still early in the season, but things look promising. Defense is also an important part of a successful baseball team, but you don't win if you don't put in effort. Baseball and softball are similar sports that require similar skills. While baseball will not be played after graduation, many of these students will play softball for many years after high school. For This Week in High School Sports, I am Taylor Deering.
Here's hoping for hot bats and sticky gloves. May all the errors be on the other team. For Tracking the Stags, I am Hudson Hildebrand.